Welcome to Total Drama All Stars, my way. Uh, so, uh, let's start with the contestants we have. So we have Owen and Gwen, the winners. We have Duncan and I can't remember her name. Beth. Heather and Alejandro. Cameron and Lightning. Sean and Sky, and then I just added some randoms. So, let's talk about why is Jeff here. Well, first off, we have the entire cast, but with some of the winners, we can't put them twice. So, I just invited the contestants after them. So, that would be LaShawna and Jeff, along with Courtney and Harold, because Owen wasn't there. Then I had Cody and Sierra, which was actually the first series that didn't have a winner already be on the tier list, I guess. Alright, then we have Cameron, Lightning, and Zoe with Scott. Why am I stuttering? We have Sugar and Jasmine as one of them. Then we have then some randoms I brought along because I thought they'd be funny. Noah, Brick, Lindsay, and Sammy. Now imagine a Total Drama Revenge of the Island and Total Drama Pocateo was merged. That would basically be this. So, oops. So let's add 2 rows above. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's quickly name them. Just slimy snails. Fearless foxes. And the courageous cats. No, I'll just keep opening them. Challenging. Okay, I don't know why it's like that. So we'll just add some leaders. We'll add the original winners. Like the original winners of each season. That's not before this. And let's just quickly add. I think Owen will try to pick up Noah for being his friend. Duncan would probably pick up Gwen because the whole, the whole Gwen and Duncan thing be in the season. I think Heather would try to pick up some of the other. Try to not pick up some of the better. Try to pick up some of the better people so you can keep them. So I think she would pick up Lightning. Owen would probably pick Gwen for being an old friend of his. Where is Gwen? Oh wait, no. Owen would probably pick up who would he pick up? I think he would mostly pick up Brick trying to get new friends. Duncan trying to be, well, I guess kind or something. We try to pick up a newbie as well. So Sean also. Heather, I don't really know, so I think she would try to pick up Sugar and try to get her onto her side. But Sugar would be more better at things than her. I think that Owen would pick up Sammy, not knowing him, or her, or whatever. Duncan would pick up LaShawna, so that it's easier, because she is kinda nicer, but she also is able to punch people, I don't know why I put them there. I'll just put the rest of them there. Best would probably go on to the slimy snails. Owen would pick up, I would probably pick up Cody trying to get, friends. You'd pick up Cody, being nice. Fierce Fox would probably pick up Cameron for being a winner last season. They'd probably, and I think the slimy snails would try to pick up Scott. Actually, no. I think the slimy snails would try to pick up Sky, I think. Because she was also nearly a winner. I think that the challenging cast would pick up Scott because they just didn't know him. I think the Fearless Foxes would pick up Lindsay as a friend. And I think the Slimy Snails would pick up Harold. There's no reasoning there, it's just Harold. I think the Challenging Cats would try to pick up, Cody's friend, or, I guess, lover. Yeah, Sierra. Jasmine would go into the Fearless Foxes, and Zoe would go on to Slimy Snails. And also, Courtney would go on to Challenging Cats. Jeff would go on to Fearless Foxes, and sadly for Heather, Alejandro would go on to Slimy Snails. Now I think that she's mad. Alright, and there's a secondary thing that I'm going to be adding. You might remember this from BFI, if you ever watched that show. But this is the deciding route. God dang it, iPad. So, basically, in the deciding route, this will be deciding if a member goes to a different team. The reason there are 3 teams is that if a team wins, they will earn a member from a different team. If the team loses, they will lose a member. In fact, 2 of them. But nothing happens in the middle. So let's get on with this. I think the Challenging Cats would lose first. And Scott, not knowing Sierra would try to tell him to vote off Cody, being the weakling. Sierra would get mad and try to get everyone else to vote off Scott. And I think Scott would pick for Cody to be eliminated, because he literally just said that. So, the team that won was the Slimy Snails. Now, I think they would all know Scott a little bit more from the first challenge, and know that he's a little bit of a butt. Plus, they would know that Cody almost won. So I think they would pick up Cody for a member. So that would mean that Scott would be eliminated first. Alright, I think the Challenging Cats will lose again, like a small losing streak. And I think that Courtney will try to vote off Brick for not doing anything, mostly the challenge, besides trying to help out some contestants. Sammy would probably vote for Brick to be eliminated as well. And I think Owen and Noah would probably vote for Courtney for being just very, bad. I think that Sierra is still mad a little bit about Cody being sent to another team, but she would probably vote for Sammy. Sammy would probably vote for... Did I already say Sammy? I think Brick would probably vote for Noah. So that means that these 2 are in the deciding route. Fearless Foxes actually won this time. So that means one of these will be going home. So I think that they would mostly pick up Brick, because nobody likes Courtney that much. But if we're talking about TV standards and the fact that Courtney is used for lore, I think Courtney would be sadly picked up. So that makes Brick the 22nd. Now you may be angry that I cut Brick out, but listen, it'll come back later. Let me quickly. Let's do this. So, there's something I'm introducing this season, or Chris is introducing, is that every second contender will be sent into the possible rejoiners, meaning that they will have a chance to rejoin the game, if you were an idiot. So, let's get continuing. I think the Challenging Cats would lose once more, and I think they would try to vote off Sammy for not knowing her. Of course, Sammy would vote for, I think, maybe Noah. So that means either Sammy or Noah is leaving. And the Fearless Foxes won this time, again. So I think that one of them will be eliminated. Well, obviously. I think the person that would most likely be eliminated would be Sammy, for, being just different. Built different. So that means the Challenging Cat's literally a duo. But luckily, they won this challenge. So that means one of these members will be going home with the Slimy Snails. So, which member will be eliminated? Well, I think it will be a small little close battle between Harold and Sugar, for both being very annoying. I think Sugar would get the most votes, but Harold would get semi-votes. That means someone will be leaving and going to the Challenging Cats. And the person eliminated would be Sugar. They've seen how she's act, and they'd rather have Harold. This time, the Challenging Cats lost again. But Owen and possibly Sierra would be voted off. So, one of them will be joining the Fearless Foxes, while one will be eliminated. The reason that they would vote each other is that Owen and Sierra would be too tied up with old rivalries or something and try to vote for each other or something. I don't know. I really don't know why I decided this one. I'm just speaking out my ass. So, who would be continuing to the Fearless Foxes? I think that Owen, being one of the friendlier contestants, would be brought onto the show, or onto the Fearless Foxes. Sierra sadly doesn't see Cody anymore and is eliminated. So, I think the Slimy Snails would lose this time. I think that Lightning, being one of the more annoying members, they would try to vote him off. So they basically kick him off the team and send him packing. But because of that, they try to kick off Sky for being one of the more athletic. Or actually, they try to pick off Alejandro for being rude and manipulated butthole. I think that the Fearless Foxes would win once again, which means that they're practically got a good winning streak going on. So I think that Alejandro will be picked onto the Fearless Foxes, mostly because 90% of these contestants don't really know him. I think that, actually, would they pick him? I don't think that they'd pick Al to be eliminated. I think they'd just get rid of him. But sadly, he gets a chance to rejoin. And for the last time, Challenging Cats is up for elimination. But, Chris decided to be a little bit merciful for once and let him join a team. And that would be Slimy Snails. That means that the Challenging Cats is eliminated. So, now we only have 2 teams. And it's taking forever. But we finally moved on from this stage to the battle. We officially lost 6 members. And we're almost in the pre-merge. But, let's just say that... I'm hearing something. Okay. So, I think the Slimy Snails would lose once again, being like the 50th time. So, they'd probably choose for Cody and Sky to be up for elimination. And I think that they would most likely pick Cody onto their team, not knowing Sky that much. So Sky would be the first person eliminated in the new stage of the battle. The battle for Dream Island, hey. So for the first time in the entirety of the show, the Fearless Foxes have lost. So, which one do I think they'd vote off? I think they'd mostly vote off Lightning for being just very annoying, for saying "shuh" so much. And I think they'd try to vote off their own team leader, Duncan, for just being annoying. So, Duncan would move on for not being as annoying as Lightning, and that would mean that Lightning would be eliminated, but he would have a chance at rejoining. So, we have officially only okay, so let's continue. I think that the next person that would be up for the deciding route would again be the Fearless Foxes. They clearly did not need to drop Duncan for this. They could drop someone easier. So, it's finally time. They'd probably vote for Lashana and Courtney to be up for elimination. Now, because of the whole drama thing that's going on, I don't think the producers would have that Courtney would be eliminated, basically, the animators. So that would mean that Lashana would be eliminated. Again. God, she's always eliminated so early. We're not even at the merge yet. So that means that we have a small possible rejoiner group. But apparently, the slimy snails lost again. So I think they'd mostly vote out for Heather for being just annoying last season, and probably Duncan, an old team leader. Both team leaders, one will rejoin. And I think that they'd mostly vote for Heather to be there, being one of the winners. The reason they would probably not vote Duncan is because he's just like too much of a risk in the after challenges. So, I think that the Fearless Foxes would lose once more. So, that means that I think that they try to get Jeff off for not doing much in the challenges. And I think they try to get off Lindsay for being just an idiot. Now, I think they try to keep on some of the smarter characters, but ever since, Jeff has been a little bit more of a TV producer instead of a contestant. So I think he wouldn't have much of a chance to rejoin. So he'd be eliminated. Now, here's where things are starting off to get a little bit weird. Now it's no deciding route. No deciding route, they're just eliminated afterwards. And I think that the slimy snails would lose once more. And I think they really just don't like Harold at that point. And they just get rid of him. So, we've officially reached the stage in the battle. It's the merge. So yeah, the merge has officially happened. Let's get rid of these teams. So, which contestant will rejoin? I don't think Harold will rejoin because he's just plain out annoying. Sugar was just too rude and too much of a risk to reinvite. Alejandro, just too bossy. Plus, he's trying to manipulate people. I think Lightning would be eliminated a little easier. So I did a small cut, and I forgot to start recording, so basically what happened, Brick rejoined, and we're on a question about educational stuff, or whatever. Of course, Cameron got first, something about goth would be asked, and going would get something about the show that nobody else knew, Heather would get. Zombie survival, that means Sean would get it. Jasmine and Zoe answered at the same time because it's about wilderness survival. Owen would know the answer and tell Noah the answer. It would be about the military, and Brick would answer it. It would be a question about dentistry, and good old Beth would get it. Could get the next one. No questions asked, or no right or wrong answers. It would be a question about summer camps and such, so it's Courtney would get that one. Finally, Owen would get the next question because it would mostly be about food. So that means that Lindsay's been eliminated. Now you might be mad about that one. A little bit, but I don't care. Next challenge would be a simple race. I think you already know. Jasmine and Zoe would both be near the front of the race. I think Noah would probably be a little bit faster. Than good old Bubble Boy. Cody would probably do some like shortcut or whatever. Heather would try to just cut in front of some people. Sean would knock down a tree, causing that effect that none of the other contestants could get through without climbing over it. And it was a pretty big tree. Beth would go around the tree like a smart person, followed by Gwen and Sophie. Owen would be the next in line, meaning that he would make it, but someone had to sabotage the challenge, so they would originally be taking the leaving. So that means Sean has been eliminated, and Brick would be the person who stays. Now you might be asking, why would he make that rule? Well, I just wanted, because it would be funny. Heck, shut up. So, the next person that would probably be safe would be... Next challenge would probably be a simple process of elimination challenge. It was simple. You had to make it, you had to stay hidden the entire time. If you were found, then you would be eliminated. Only 2 people would be found. Zoe and Jasmine would know some good hiding spots, being part of the wilderness. Noah would hide in the crate, making sure to peel it off. Gwen would probably try to blend into the grass like he did in season 1. Cameron would know some of the best hiding spots from research and such. Beth would be able to stay hidden for a long period of time using some simple barbed wire or whatever. Or like hiding behind a bush or something. Cody would probably stay in because he's smart. He's kind of smart at this. Brick knew from military training that he could stay hidden from certain points that he could be hidden. Plus, he would mostly color the grass. So, only one more person was safe that challenge. Owen, being the big fat thing he is, was eliminated. Heather, being a little too arrogant, was found. Courtney, being a CIT, knew where some of the people were hiding. Apparently. So, they officially lost it. They're officially at the final 8. So, which member will join and which member will lose? Which members will fall and which members will rise? Which one? Which will do? Oh, and I forgot to mention this, I miscounted. Or the final 9. So that means it's time for someone else to go home. Now, you may be wondering, why are these certain people being safe? And every single team member is on a different challenge. Alright, let's just start the next challenge. Next challenge is a simple game of Russian roulette. Now, it seems like it would be a little dangerous, but this Russian roulette instead will be with a simple Nerf gun, or a Derf gun, if they were using copyright. So, basically, all 3 of these contenders will go into a simple challenge. One of these 3 will be eliminated. So, first off, boom, 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 nothing. So they all go back in. Boom, nothing, nothing. And Courtney will be eliminated. So, we have the next 3. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Boom.
If there's one thing people love, it's their pets. We share that.
Meaning that this team is safe, once again. So, let's see. Nothing. Boom. And that's it. We've officially lost 3 more members. So, sorry to all the Beth fans out there. So, next person. So, the person that would be safe this challenge, because it officially stopped the purchase, would be, surprisingly, Cameron. It was a simple educational challenge where you had to bet someone out in a tic-tac-toe tournament. And Cameron would have won knowing his exponential brain. So that means they'd have to vote someone out. It would be a close tie. It would be a tie between Jasmine and Cody. So let's get a spinner. So let's see who will be eliminated. Jasmine will be eliminated from the show. Once again. The next challenge would be a simple rock and roll challenge. Gwen being the second most goth, you probably know a lot about it. And stereotypes of the show would probably make it. So that means these would be fine. At this point, Cameron would have been too much of a threat with his brains, so they'd probably try to vote him off, mostly. Cameron was able to convince Brick that he should vote for Cody. And it became a tie between Cody and Brick. Or Cody and Cameron. Yes, the place where no one wants to be. And... oh. Cameron has been eliminated once again. So, we're in the final 4. So, now the teams will pair up. Gothic character Gwen would probably team up with Noah, being one of the only OGs left. Also, we've just lost our only Pocketails left. So, let's continue. Brick would probably team up with Cody and not talk about how he voted. So, these two would be safe, and one of these would be going home. Of course, they'd tie once again. Now, let's see if Cody can be safe once more. Let's see, will Cody or Brick be safe? Now, this is something I wanted to talk about. The immunity idol had been found. And guess who had it this whole time? Brick had the immunity idol. Cody still empty. So, we officially have the final 3. All are nearly parts of the old cast. So, which contestants will be safe, and which contestants will lose? And this challenge will be simple. It's a race around the island, just like Season 1. But the last player that made it there was Noah. Now, before we finish up, let's go back down memory lane. And with all the contestants that have made it. Now, just like the original challenge, they would go through a giant tower to see which one will win. And the person who loses and the person who wins would be Brick. So, Brick wins the official game, but in probably another region, Gwen would win. So, Brick has finally won a season, a fan favorite. Out of all of these contestants, all 24 of them, well, 25 actually, because they're rejoining, Brick won after rejoining the game. So, that would mean this is the official All-Stars cast. Hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe one day or whatever. Hope you enjoyed this season.